Hey everybody, back again. This is Matt with Jordan for another, actually episode 10 of Movies, Music, and Middle Age. Say hi, Jordan.
Hi, Jordan.
We're still
Did
doing
it
that one.
again.
So yes, we are back. Everybody's excited. We have some
Yes,
more listeners this week, so thank you again to everybody for listening. And I'm going to do it early this time, right? So we are on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and we are now on TikTok. Jordan has a few videos up there,
I
so
do. I apologize for, this is an audio medium, and now
this is an audio
the
medium.
last
TikTok is not
few,
an
I
audio medium.
true, but people have to look at my pasty white face, which is, as evident by my most recent video, very white.
My son told me one of your videos, I think the first one got about 800 views or 800 likes or 800
It's the
views
se
probably sounds more likely.
the second video is at over 1K at this point
Nice.
views, over 1K views. So
There you go,
thank you all for
people.
listening to me tell you to fill your Hawthorne size hole with our podcast.
Get on the train now. The movies, music, and middle age TikTok train now
It's
before it becomes trendy, right? It's a
it's an older
wagon.
train.
It's an
It's
older train.
it's an older train.
It runs off of coal or steam. It is not nuclear powered or electric or
No,
eco-friendly, if you will.
no, it's not a monorail either. Um,
Jordan, do you want to tell everybody what we're talking about today or
we're
this week?
talking about, yeah, yes, the universally loved by all finale, series finale of a show that I've loved for since it started, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, everybody. We are breaking sort of our rule. They're
I was
flexible
laughing
rules.
about this because it's like, yes, it's neither movies or music. Um, and we're not talking about a movie or a TV show from the 80s, but it's still in the 80s.
I
So
had
it's still about the 80s.
I had numerous people bring up to me. I said, "Oh, we're going to be talking about Stranger Things season 5 or the series finale, right?" And they said, "Well, that's not really 80s or 90s." I said, "Well, yeah, you're right, but we can do whatever the hell we want." So I
Well,
don't think
yeah.
I don't think we're going to do this pretty frequently,
What
honestly.
are
I
you,
mean,
what are
our main
you, my boss? Huh? You telling me what I
we
can't
don't
talk
we
about?
don't we're our own boss. We don't have to
Who do
do
you think, who do you think you are
we
over
can
there?
we can start next week, just turn this into a Stranger Things podcast if we wanted to. No, yes,
I
so we
think there
are.
are already a lot of them. So,
No, I know. I'm sure. I don't listen to anybody, but I'm sure there are. So yes, we're going to be talking about Stranger Things, but specifically the series finale, right?
yes.
So
And
I
I might
think
get heated.
this goes without saying, but on the off chance that it doesn't, for anybody listening who hasn't seen it yet and plans on watching it, we're going to say this one time, it's full of spoilers. So listen at your own peril, your own
Yes.
risk.
It was all a
Uh,
dream.
it's like Bob Newhart. He just woke
Yeah.
up.
They
Yeah.
just woke up and it was Winona Ryder
Henry
next to
Henry
Johnny
Cr-
Depp from Edward Scissorhands, and they're in bed. It's not a waterbed. And she's like, I had the strangest dream.
Oh my
And he looked
God.
at her with his weirdly pursed lips and
The only
cut
scene I
her
remember
nice
from Edward
sculpture.
Scissorhands was Winona Ryder's father, whose name escapes me at this moment, talking to him about glands, girls and their glands. Glands? I don't remember. Anyway, whatever. So yes,
Yes.
season 5, final episode, and the series finale. Right. So again,
Yes. Yes.
not spoiler free. Spoiler. I'm going to call it spoiler loaded.
Spoiler loaded.
Yeah, that's a new term. You can actually use that if you want. We won't charge you for that. So
No, I'm copywriting it as we speak.
I don't have any trivia this week. Is there any fun little teasers you want to do, or should we just jump right into it,
Um,
which is fine too?
no, I don't have any. I feel like a lot as we're diving into something that's obviously new. I feel like there's a lot of already podcasts, videos, YouTube, whatever breakdown with all the did you know here are 75 Easter eggs, which I mean, I can't honestly be
115 things you
bothered.
didn't do, which
Oh,
don't fact check them at
15,
all.
15 plot holes that they never answered. I am going to
With an
be
AI voice doing the voiceover.
angry at I'm gonna get heated in this because I
Really?
am
I
yeah.
can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No,
I'm being serious.
well, not in a real heated way, but like I have so, you know, full disclosure, I
Yeah,
loved it. I
I did
loved it.
too. Yeah, so we'll preface it
Loved
by
it,
saying
loved it,
that.
loved it. And I believe. So
I,
th those two things, I believe and I loved it. What I wanted to bring up, and I've been thinking about it, uh, with the emergence of conformity gate because apparently everything has to have a gate. We are so lucky that it was in Watergate and not like some, I don't know, in like Titsville or something, and everything was like, oh, conformity tits or it just
You're
it,
we're going off the you're going off the rails pretty early
so
in this
okay.
episode.
Yeah, I already said I'm out of it. So for those who don't know, there was after this episode this wonderful send off to everyone we met, a online conspiracy theory that this was not the true final episode, but rather some sort of Vecna induced dream. And we were going to get a hidden ninth episode where people are going to die because
Psych.
apparently only thing is cool. You can't have a cool
Psych.
show without dead people in it. Um, and for the past week after the finale, people were convinced that on, I think it was January 7th at 8 p.m., they were going to drop the ninth episode. And surprise, surprise, they didn't because
Who
that
could have
was the last
seen
episode.
that? Who could have seen that not coming?
Yeah. And what it, the reason why I'm bringing it up so early before we go into the things about the episode is because I feel that we have either lost the ability or never had the ability for an entire generation. I'm going to be an old man here.
Don't
For an
include you and
entire
I in this week.
generation to watch a long form television show and allow storytellers to tell the story they want to tell and not get angry when they don't tell the story that you've concocted in your head.
Yeah, yeah. That could probably be. We could turn that into a whole other episode.
So
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that out of the way now
No,
because
I'm
it
glad that you
drove
did.
me
I
nuts.
didn't want to. I don't want to end on that. Yeah, I'd rather get that out of the way now, and then we can
I'd
go
rather
into
end
the
on fun
episode.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if it. I don't know. If person zero started this as a joke or not. But I'm just gonna say it. If you honestly were out there, and you were above the age of 14, under 14, I'll give you slack. It's fine. But if you were over the age of 14 or 15, and you really thought another episode was coming, you're just kind of a fool. I'm sorry.
You have to be because
I'm just gonna say it.
imagine logistically, you are Netflix, you are Stranger Things, you owned New Year's fucking Eve, and you're gonna be like, psych, here's the next episode on January 7th. Who gives a shit on January? It was new, you owned Christmas and New Year's Eve, and you're gonna be like, nope,
I
that
yeah.
wasn't the finale, that was 2 hours of nothing. Here's a 45-minute wrap-up episode.
I told my son this is 100% true. This is not to be funny at all, but he's been hanging out with his friends a lot more. He's a teenager now. He's gonna be in high school, right? And I said, listen, 8 p.m. episode starting with or without you. You want to see your friends? Is it cool? I did. This is 100% true. I said, listen, 8 p.m. It's on. I
Yeah.
want to watch it with you. I hope you watch it with us. And he did. He did. But I said, I'm not waiting.
Um,
Not 9, not 8:45, not
Not
tomorrow.
8:01. As soon as
8 o'clock.
Netflix
Boom.
opens it up,
We were sitting there at 7:58. Just all right. There it is. Boom.
as was I in my
Okay.
office.
So
Okay,
all right.
done.
Let's
That's
let's
my
focus up here.
I got off my soapbox. I'm sitting back in my
No,
chair.
your conformity box. All right. So first question I want to ask, right? This is just for fun. First question I want to ask: what are we going to call him? Are we going to call him Vecna, Henry,
Well, I guess we
or
can call him
one?
everything, all of them. I think they were interchangeable. AKA,
What do we want to call him, or are we just going to use whatever
is it
whatever
Darth
strikes us?
Vader? Is it Anakin? Is it Annie?
God, Annie.
It's all three.
Yeah, I like Henry.
I
I
mean,
don't think
that's
I've
his real
ever.
name. Vecna was the name they
Yeah,
gave him.
I don't think. I don't think I want to call him one. We'll just call him. I think we'll. Yeah, whatever. Say whatever you want. Anyway, it was just more of a fun question. So,
Mr. What's it?
oh, yes, yes. I actually forgot about that. That was not on my
Yes.
list. I'm a fool. Mr. What's It sounds like a children's. I guess that's the point, right? Sounds like a
It's part
character
of
from a
Guess
children's
Who.
book. Yes, is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, I made that up.
Oh, okay. You could have had me so many times on this podcast where
Did
you say
you
stuff and I'll say, really?
you
You
wearing
could
glasses? He is. It's Mr. What's it. You
one
got me.
day I want you to when I say really, I want you to say yes, even if it's not true, and then just see how long you can get me to go with that. And then
Done.
I'll just yeah. Okay. All right. So Vecna Henry one or Mr. What's It. So I want to jump right into kind of sticking on this theme here. Can we talk about right off the bat how great of an actor
Oh my
Jamie
God.
Campbell Bower is, please?
Fantastic. I mean, just I love acting where they can portray emotions with just
Yes.
like a different
Yes.
a different type of glare. Like
Yes.
just when you can tell me that you've
Non-verbal
switched
acting.
from one emotion to another with just like eyebrow twitches.
Did you? I mean, I'm going to guess the answer is no, but have you seen this person in anything, well, at least knowingly before the show? I never had heard of him
No,
before the
it
show.
was one of those things where like it's like you've seen here's where you've seen him, and I'm
Right,
like, oh
right.
wow, he was in, he played Slytherin Boy 4 or something. Because I think every British person was either in Harry Potter or Doctor Who or both.
Bridgerton or
Yeah, Downton Abbey.
not Downtown Abbey. Downton Abbey.
No, Downtown Abbey.
Yeah,
That's a different Abbey.
downtown.
That's a
Downtown.
different Abbey. That was
Uh,
Abbey in the Abbey in
downtown.
NYC. That was
I
New
did not
York
get that for
City,
a second.
New
That
York
took me.
City, early 80s, late 70s Abbey.
That was 1970s Times Square Abbey.
Yeah.
I listen. I mean, I don't know as much about the modern era as I do about the 80s and 90s, right? But I know a pretty decent amount. And this guy, I'm not saying, it doesn't mean anything, right? But for me, I didn't, this guy was never on my radar, right? Kind of, I'm sure he's been in other stuff. And I actually want to go back and look into it and see if he's been in other movies, in general. And yeah, I didn't know he was a singer either, right? Which is probably something else we could talk about. But
I feel like
yeah,
everyone in
this
the
show.
cast is a singer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, like there's four singers in this, with Joe Keery being right now the most
Is he a
uh,
triple threat or just a double
popular.
threat? I don't know if he dances. I'm guessing he's at least a double threat.
I haven't seen it yet, but I can't wait.
No, but yeah, I wrote that down too. It's funny you brought that up. And again, just for everybody out there, we actually make it a rule, right? In quotes, a rule to Jordan and I never talk about any notes that we take at a time because we want to keep it kind of fresh. So I think it's kind of funny. And I know, listen, I know you and I are not the only people that brought this up, right? I've seen other people say it too. But the one thing I wrote as a note for myself was the amount of acting that he did with his eyes in just that one episode, right? Is just
Yes.
insanity, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
At the mouth of the cave.
multiple, right?
Um,
He's half crying, his eyes are red, they look like they're gonna
oh,
explode.
that whole moment where Will is in his mind. That
Yes.
whole scene
Yeah.
was just I'm sitting on the couch like like literally I jumped up 3 times, maybe four, while watching that. And I can't remember a TV show where I leapt out of my seat while watching it.
I
Um,
did you think I did so I'm curious, right? That kind of leads to my next thing I was gonna ask you. Did you I did. I'm curious if you did. Did you think for a second that they were gonna go, Return of the Jedi here, right? And he's gonna turn good like Darth Vader, right? And he's gonna. Did you think? I was like, oh my
when
God, they're gonna
that
do this?
yes, what my feeling was, and it happens a lot, and I'm glad they didn't. But that whole scene, I'm like, okay, he's gonna become good, and he's gonna team up, and he's gonna fight the mind flayer with them, and he's gonna die doing it. He redeems himself, and I am so glad that they
Yeah,
kept him
I'm fine with
as
the way it is. I liked
a
it either
bad
way. I'm
guy.
just saying, but I.
I'm so glad they kept him as a bad guy. So glad, because it's just there are some people in life who are just pieces of shit,
Well,
and
that
the
was what he said, right?
sooner,
I don't remember
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, what
he said
I
I'm
don't
a
remember.
piece of shit, and I like it.
Can you imagine if he said that?
Yeah,
I
he's like, I can't
I
help it.
wanted to do it because we are one, and I'm a piece of shit. It would have been like Will would have cocked his head to the side,
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
huh. I didn't see that coming.
Joyce is
No,
like, is everything okay? He's like, no, you just said he's a piece of shit.
piece of
I
shit.
wasn't.
Just starts, just starts smacking himself, just whipping himself at the same time.
I'm
Uh,
garbage. I'm a piece of shit. It's like,
I,
all right.
I again, I'm happy with the episode, 100%. But I got excited for a second when I thought they were going to go that route, only because I'm pretty good. I've watched so much stuff and I've read so many books over the years, and I have a pretty good radar for 10 minutes into the episode, I was like, this is going to happen. That person's going to die. And people's like, well, how do you know? I'm
Yes.
like, it's going to happen,
Yes.
right? You can just see it. Right?
You've
It's
watched too many stuff.
yes, it's the
Yes.
101 playbook of drama, right? But I, the thought of him potentially going good never entered my brain. And I said, oh my God. I liked the idea just from the perspective of I never thought that was even possible. So I was like, oh my God, are they going to do this?
Yes. Yes. And I'm
Um,
so glad I'm glad that they added it, because it's, and again, this was created, and I didn't
you're
look
just
up.
a vessel like me.
I meant to look up how old the Duffer brothers are, but the Duffers are pretty much, I think, in their 40s. These are men who I believe have a lot of the same um,
Yeah, I know what you're trying to.
background as us, right?
Same
So like,
pop culture
yes,
references, if you
exactly.
will.
And I
They were
mean, and
born in
all the pop.
1984,
Okay,
February
so they're
15th,
2 years.
1984.
Yeah, so they're younger than both of us, but so they're still our peers,
Yeah,
although
yeah. They grew
much
up with this. They,
richer
for all intents and
and
purposes, they grew up with the same media
more,
and that we did.
famous than we are. Just a little bit,
Just a little bit
but
richer too.
otherwise they're peers. But they know the same marks, the same
Agreed.
hits,
Agreed.
and you got to know that they're watching that or they're doing that. It's like, oh, it's like what happens if Darth Vader didn't decide to throw the Emperor down the shaft?
He throws Luke over instead.
He throws Luke over instead. It just says the end. It's like, oh, that's a bummer.
The
Um,
psych, and they just
so
high five and the movie's over.
no, you don't get it. I like killing those younglings. No, but that's
No,
do it. Um, so I was so glad. I like that they did it because I
I'm
felt
so
like
weak, Anakin. I'm the only one that can save her. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
okay, Mace Windu's still alive. I also believe that. Um, so I was happy they did it, and I'm happy the way they did it. I'm happy that they threw it out there, and it's like, oh, it's the trope of the bad guy really
Yeah,
wasn't bad and blah 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 blah, and he just was like, no, fuck it, I'm a piece of shit.
it it was, yes, it is. It would have been cliche, but the for me on a personal level, the fact that I did not even see it, I didn't see that coming, even a little hint, right? And I didn't even once consider that was an option. It would have been cool just from that perspective. It's like, oh wow, I never in a million years, for whatever reason, would have guessed that. But yeah, I'm glad that they like. I'm fine that they didn't go that way, but it would have been cool. But I also want to talk about Joyce cutting off Vecna's head with
Yes,
apparently the world's dullest axe.
I
They
like
did
the
not.
fact. Well, was it Dull or was it it was Mom
Well,
cutting off someone's head.
it's either the dullest axe or Joyce Byers has no upper
She
body
hit the
strength.
same she hit the same joint 3 times, so you got to give her. Yeah, it'd be funny if she like hit it, swung once and it hits the neck, and swings the second time and it hits his chest. Like, oh, oops, okay, hold on,
She
let me
pulls
line
it,
it up, line
or
up the
somebody
shot
has
again.
a sharpening stone or some kind
Yes,
of. Hold on. I'm sorry.
hold on. I'm just gonna just I want you to just look at the spot that you want to hit when you swing it, and you'll get it right there.
They do the cartoon thing where they like Bugs Bunny. Doesn't he take a hair,
It
you
just
know, and
yeah,
slides it down the top
slides
of
it
the axe?
across the
Yeah, see
yes.
if they can slice it in half. I don't know why. Listen, I think,
At
right?
that point, I was so pumped up. I was like, she could have swung it. She could have done it 5 times. I wouldn't have blinked. I'd been like, yes, cut his fucking head off.
It it was awesome that she did that, right? And I think, right, this is my guess. I think they were doing it to emphasize, right, the pain of 5 seasons, right? All the people that we lost, right?
Yes.
This is for this person, boom. This is for that person, boom. But I gotta be honest. I love that they did it. That was cool, right? It was badass, if you will, right? That she did that. But after four or so, I said, okay, all right, six.
Can someone step in there and grab the axe from her?
I almost
Maybe
the
each
idea
one
was
could have got a
great.
swing.
But towards the end, I almost had the urge to laugh. I was like, this is a little,
Was it three or
it's too much.
four? I thought it was only three. Maybe it
I
was
didn't
four.
count. I probably should have counted. It was,
Someone comment with the number.
please. I could probably look it up. It was very close. It started off with this is badass. I get it, right? But I got very, 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 very close to almost laughing, which I don't think was
Oh, I
the
was
vibe
so
they were
pumped
going
up.
for.
I was so
I,
pumped up.
I
Each
think,
axe swing showing someone's memories of what was going on. I'm like, yes,
and then,
cut his head off.
but then they had to make sure for people who have memory loss. Who are we talking about here? Oh, yes, superhero Bob. Uh,
Oh,
they
Bob.
had to show you. Was it
Love
superhero Bob? What
Bob.
was his name? Superhero
Bob, I think it was Bob the superhero.
Bob the superhero. Sorry, not superhero Bob. God, Bob the superhero. Superhero Bob Newby. R.I.P. Yeah, but that was another badass scene. Was it real quick? I didn't have this in my notes, but it popped in my head. What was this the scene where, or was it this episode before where L made the one of the army guys
Shoot
move the
himself in
gun
the
to his? Yeah,
face.
was that this
No,
episode?
that
I
was
can't
this.
remember.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
That
badass. I
was that
love
was the
that.
scene where I thought Murray was going to kill himself, and I'm like, oh my God, Murray's going to throw himself
Well, you
into
guys are
the
on the same team,
helicopter.
if I believe.
Uh, Similar
You're
tribes.
you're both private detectives. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Correct.
I don't know where you're going with this.
We're both conspiracy theorists who live in
You're
bunkers.
conspiracy.
Um,
That was a badass scene too. It wasn't in my notes. It just made me
that she
think
was
like,
well, she was pissed because I'm using quotation marks with my fingers. Um, 8 was shot,
yes,
right? Or was
yes.
she?
Or
shot
was she?
because
Dun dun
she
dun.
has the ability to manipulate, what you're seeing. So that was it. Yeah, that's
Well,
where she,
well,
where
not
11
Elle.
made him
Her
shoot him.
her sister.
No, no,
Eight. Yeah, eight.
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 Well, I'm
Right.
saying
Yeah.
she made the guy kill himself because
Yes.
eight
Yeah,
being, yeah,
correct. That was
which
another
was
badass
awesome.
scene.
I was very happy to see him get shot.
Let's talk about the briefcase, Marcellus Wallace's briefcase. Oh, sorry, wrong. Not this is not Pulp Fiction. What let's talk about the Rock and the briefcase. The whole
Dwayne
scene.
Johnson's cameo.
What 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 was the Rock's name before he became the Rock on WWF? Oh my God.
I don't even know.
The Nation of
I'm
Nation.
just glad that The Rock in the briefcase, they didn't decide, oh, don't open that briefcase. It's unobtainium. And they're going to find this on a planet far, far into the future.
What do they call it when it's a plot point that has no real purpose? It's
A
just
MacGuffin.
MacGuffin. Thank you. Yes, I thought.
But
Yeah, it's
but I heard people hard talking about the possibility that that's going to be explored, like where that rock came from, and like kind of like a
so.
forehand type
Pause.
of.
Yep. I do want to talk about that. Pause real quick before we talk about that, which I want to jump right into after this. Did this whole thing with him as a Boy Scout in the cave not give you Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade vibes, or is that just me?
Yes. Yeah. No, now that it didn't at the
To the
time,
point where
it
I think it
does
was on
now.
purpose.
It does now. It's probably, and that's the thing I love about the Duffers is it's quite possible. Is it exactly? Do we know for sure? No. Is it possible? Yes, because they have similarly the same minds that a lot of us millennials have, elder millennials or
Right.
Zennials or late Gen X. It's a similar, whatever the hell you want to call us.
If dipshit Derek ran in a Boy Scout uniform talking about how he got the sheriff, I probably would have pissed my pants.
Dipshit
I
Derek.
got the sheriff.
Like,
You know what I'm talking? Sorry.
and Henry has a really cool looking scar on his
It
chin.
belongs in a museum. So do you.
Yes.
All right, sorry. Yeah, okay. So back to what you were saying. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that too, right? That supposedly The Rock, not Dwayne Johnson, The Rock from the briefcase is going to be in a spinoff. I mean, any theories you want to share? I mean, I guess the obvious one is I mean, obviously it went into his
I,
hand, right? He had the
I
wound in his
have a
hand from the
yes.
gunshot, right?
I have a hard time with prequels in general, and
Okay.
not just because you can only build so much tension. It's like, oh, I wonder if this person dies. And no, they don't because they're in the other movies, or
Yeah, I mean,
like they have that. So, and I don't know. I guess they could do that. They could just leave it alone.
the big way
Um,
around that, right, is at least some shows
Introduce
I've
new
seen have yes,
characters.
yes, correct, correct. You have to introduce new
I mean,
characters
that's
and,
pretty
and
much
get you to care about them.
the only way to do it is to do new characters and just
Well, it's two things, right? It's that, and it's also characters that you know, but maybe show them. I'm not saying he's going to be in the prequel, right? Or that I think that. But Hopper, for example, you see him
yeah.
before he became.
But it's like, oh no, because they always do that, and they bring someone in, and then they have an episode where it's like, oh no, Hopper's in trouble. That is he gonna get beat up by the? It's like, no, he'll be fine.
He'll get beat up, but he's not going to die.
He'll get beat up. He's not gonna die. You know
He's not.
why? Because he was in 1989 sitting on a bench with Mike, so he's
Oh
cool.
my God, with
He's
his
good.
gray hair, which
Yeah,
uh, I liked it, but at the same time, it's like I get it. Did you really need the gray, the gray hair?
the Grays catch up quick.
Yeah. Well, yes, yeah. That's all. No, but they got married, right? No, they didn't get married. Not yet.
Not
They
almost,
weren't married at
not
that
yet.
point. Okay, so fine. I
Can I
also,
also say,
yeah, please,
you
please,
probably have
please.
this on your list.
No, no, go
I
ahead.
am so glad. I was so nervous that they were going to kill off characters. Um, I didn't think my heart could take it
Well, they
if
did,
they
just not the
started
ones that
killing
you
off.
care about.
I mean, was anyone shedding a tear besides Elle for Kali, other than the fact that
Somebody somewhere.
the entire internet owes her an apology because everyone was like before the finale, we're like, oh, eight's actually in the mind flayer and blah 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 blah.
Did
And it just
people
turned
say
out,
that for real, or are you just
yes,
being
hundred
sarcastic?
percent. They
Oh, I
thought
didn't
that she
see
was the
that.
mind flayer. She's being controlled by Vecna.
Oh my God.
She was his
I knew she
eyes.
had
She was.
some ulterior motive. I didn't know what it was,
I
but
mean, she seemed shady, but it was kind of. But
well, she was previously a thief slash someone going around murdering everybody that used to work at Hawkins Lab. So, that's
yeah, but
pretty valid.
I could get down with that. I mean, some. But anyway,
They
I
killed the
was
guy
so
with the
glad.
mohawk, nameless guy. Well, he didn't have a name, but nobody remembers it.
Mohawk guy.
Nobody remembers it.
No.
They said his name one time in
Yes.
everybody's favorite episode of season two.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great arc. Everyone loved that arc.
I didn't. Yeah, go ahead.
But I was just gonna say I was so glad. Like I was so nervous. I'm like, don't kill Robin, don't kill Steve, don't kill Dustin. Like I wanted those people to survive, and the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
agree.
people were so pissed that they did it. Like
Why?
I,
Why? Why?
I
Why?
couldn't when Steve falls and it goes black. I was like, my heart dropped into my gut. And when it goes back and Jonathan has him, I that was one of the times I jumped out of my couch and I was like,
My
yes.
son and my wife gasped, right? And I said, and I was, I said, in my head, I'm like, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And they were, you know, and then I said, oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
I would
thank
have been,
God.
I love, listen, I think I speak for a lot of people, obviously not everybody, right? But I think I speak for a lot of people. I love these characters. I don't want to see them die. Why
No.
does the show
Why?
have to kill people?
You know what it was? You know what it is? It's a mixture of the toxic fan bases that have been created from all these different fandoms, and I'm going to say it, and we're going to get flack. Maybe we'll lose people who are listening, but it's like it's the Snyder Bro gritty dark mentality where it's like it's not cool. I saw someone post something. Then it was the big battle against the Mind Flayer, and it was bright yellow and it was really cool looking with the sky and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And someone's like, "Oh, here's a much better picture that I did, how I adjusted it." And the picture that they claimed was better was just a series of grays and blacks. And it's like, when was it decided that everything
Everybody's an
has to
amateur
have
filmmaker. Yeah, yeah.
saturated color to the point where color doesn't exist and everyone's being brutally murdered for you to have a good time? And maybe you should see a therapist because that's
Touch,
not normal.
what do they say now? Touch grass.
Touch grass. Well, I'm going to say go to a therapist. Talk about this. You have a problem.
All right. I agree. I'm happy they're alive. I don't want anybody to die. I got to ask you
No.
this question. Let me ask you
Rockin'
this question.
Robin. God, I love Maya Hawke. She was awesome.
Can we talk about how everybody in the gang is in phenomenal physical shape? And if you're not sure what I'm going to talk about here,
Oh,
they all climbed up a 500-foot radio tower, which is about a
yes.
50-story building. Didn't
Yes.
break a sweat. They were all fine. Nobody
No.
fell.
No one was huffing or puffing when they got up. Well, they did stop. They
Did they? Oh,
stopped.
there
And
was
it's
like a
and
landing, right?
so they stopped
You have
and
6 minutes to climb 50 stories.
I do believe they did it a little bit longer than it wasn't a blink kind
That's
of
what she
thing.
said.
I thought you said it was a blink. But I think it took a little while for them to get up there.
Listen, I love
That's
this
what she said.
episode, but I, I, I kind of was like, all right, whatever. Suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
They,
And you've got to. This is based. This is.
it's
I
meant to be
mean,
fun. It's meant to be fun,
it's meant to be fun
which is the same thing as my
and
critique,
like
right? My critique is meant to be fun too.
yes, yes, and that's what those movies like. These are the movies for people like Goonies and Flight of the Navigator and Adventures in Babysitting. If you can even throw that one in there
It,
because it's Steve babysitting all the kids all the time. I mean, this is E.T. It's not meant to be this again. This dark, gritty, save Martha bullshit. It was just supposed to be they're having a conversation and drinking water halfway up no, it was never an idea that someone would die climbing the tower. That's not what we're
there should have
watching.
been a Rocky training montage before before they all
Well,
go.
actually, no, like a Rambo montage with the way Nancy looked with the Rambo hair and the bandana. She was ready to
Bandanas.
go.
Then they go to the let's say Urban Outfitters. That's not the right store. Then they go to some kind of like urban armory store right before, and I can't remember what
Yes,
time it, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it was.
I got to
Yeah,
say
she.
this too. I'm going to sound mean. Am I the only one that thought when they were sneaking out of the cave, I said, there's no way Derek is getting through that hole?
Yeah, I do, I did think that. I'm like, Derek's delightful. Derek is not getting through there.
Did he go through? I don't remember. They
They
just
all
cut the
did.
camera. Okay.
Yeah, they all got through. Even delightful Derek.
He got through it. He got through it. I wasn't sure. And what
That was a
happened?
fun character. I
Yeah,
love that character.
I do. I
That
do too.
from
There's a,
dipshit Derek to delightful Derek.
but he kind of went back, but then I think he landed in the end on a,
He was scared Derek for a bit when he's like, "Hey, look at your parents. I'm gonna rip out their eyes."
he kind of landed. I think he ends the show in the middle, right? He's kind of,
Yeah,
not, not full dipshit,
baseball.
not full
He's with
delightful.
Steve
He's
on the baseball team. He's playing D&D.
middle of the road, Derek.
Yeah,
I
he's
also
a good guy, Derek. I was trying to
I
think of a D word.
I know I was that's what I was trying to think of too, and I can't think of one. I'm sure after we finish, I'll think of one. What about the military? They just I know some people brought this up, right?
They're
After
just like,
everything
yeah,
happened, they just like, you
pack
guys
it
killed
up.
a bunch of army soldiers. It's good. You guys can just go home.
So yeah, and people were complaining about that, and it's like, what did you want? A ninth episode where it's just a military
There's a
trial?
tribunal.
It's
There's
a
a
tribunal. It's like, okay, well,
tribunal.
listen, Commander Connor, you were clearly doing this outside the realm of the military's purview here, so we're gonna let them go because and make believe this never happened, which is probably what happened. But like,
It-
I feel like everyone needs everything spelled out. Like, it's like I just sat
yeah.
there and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Well,
So
that's
my brain filled in the gaps. Like, oh, they probably were like, shit, this is really fucked up situation. Uh, you had a kid kidnapped and were draining her blood and poisoning pregnant women. Maybe we should try to make this go away.
yeah. My internal canon would be they just said, hey, this is a bad look. Whatever. It doesn't matter. There's a bad look for
This is
us
a
too.
bad look.
Yeah, we should not do this. I do want to make sure before we obviously wrap up here, we have still a little bit of time, but I want to get to the epilogue, right? Which is, I think, well, personally speaking, I think it's the best part of the episode, but I think it's the most important part. But um, listen, I mean, I think I'm saying the obvious. I don't think there was ever any point where them defeating Vecna was in doubt, right? It was almost like, okay, how are they going to
Yeah.
do it? We know it's going to happen. And again, I don't want to talk about that first part anymore at this point, right? But so it was almost a question of, okay, how are we getting that out of the way? I want to see what happens at the end, right? We know they're going to kill Vecna. We know it's happening, right?
Yes.
I want to see what comes after, if that makes sense. So, I mean, what are your immediate thoughts on the epilogue here?
The graduation, the fact that Dustin did Eddie's graduation, what Eddie said he wanted to do on graduation, flipping off the principal and just walking off after he grabs his diploma before they could take it away from him. I thought that was great. I did wonder, and again, people can nitpick, but whatever. I thought it was funny how they were all able to graduate. Um,
That was my next thing. So you took it
when
as fine.
Max has missed at least 2 years of school. Um,
Even in
but sure,
fictional
they all
Hawkins,
graduate.
anybody can graduate. Just pass
Yes.
her. Just pass her. It's
I
fine.
I loved, and again, probably because of my, how long I've been watching it, and people I can relate to a little bit more than a bunch of people graduating high school. I love the conversation on the roof of the radio.
Yeah, I
I
think that
thought
hits
that was
differently
like,
depending on your age.
I'm like, damn, that's, talking about like, oh, we'll get together, and knowing that eventually at some point you kind of stop
Agreed.
getting
Agreed.
together.
So that's
Um,
something that I think hits more, right? My 14-year-old is probably watching it, like, what are these old people talking about, right?
Old
They're
people,
probably
that
more
just hurt my
attracted to
heart.
the high school scene, right? No, I
Yes.
mean, seriously, right? I think that scene resonated with me too, but I think it's partially because of our age group, right? Because we can relate to that
Yes.
versus teenagers aren't
Yes.
watching that. They still love Stranger Things, but they're connecting with different scenes than we are at
Like,
that point.
yeah, why are they sitting up there and getting all teary-eyed? Didn't they
Right.
say they're gonna meet again a year
Because they
from
know
now?
deep
It's like
down that yeah.
because in like 5 years they're not meeting anymore.
It's like, oh, Johnny's got baseball on the weekends and I got a
Yeah.
business trip
Yeah,
and
these are the people at some point are just like, oh shit, I found Robin on Facebook. Let me friend request her. Like that's
yeah,
how
I
that.
remember you. Remember we killed Vecna, bro. That was sick. Well, all right. Nice talking
Hey,
to you.
happy birthday.
I do think the ending scene is perfect of them playing D&D the same way they did
Yes,
in episode one. I think it was a perfect way to wrap it up. But I want to say, I do think Mike got the worst ending out of everybody. I don't know if you agree. Or who do you think got the
Mike's
best ending or
ending.
the worst ending? Let's ask that question.
All right, so I mean, Mike got the worst ending. Mike got the
Agreed.
I'm
Agreed.
a lonely, sad writer ending. Um,
Agreed.
and the only person now we can talk about the fact that, you know, how often does the you meet the love of your life that you're going to spend the rest of your life with when you're in 10th grade, or in this case, when they were like in middle school and he's going
Yeah.
to marry
It
her and they're going to
happens.
live
It's pretty
together. It
rare.
happens, but so, you know, Mike, will you meet someone else? Probably. Is she still alive? Can you find her? Yes, I believe she's still alive, but that's beside the point.
Who do you
Um,
think got the best ending? How about that?
I don't know. I'm a sucker for love. You know, you got Lucas and Max. That was sweet.
Those are my second. That was my second place
Um,
choice. You
you
want to guess
know,
my first place? My first choice of who got the best ending?
uh, Mrs. Wheeler. I don't know. She's still with Ted. I,
For I am a Mrs. Wheeler fan, and I'm sure there's other like you, others
there's
like me out there.
yes. She's a
I think
badass.
Hopper and
You don't fuck
Joyce.
with the Wheelers.
Billy wants to show her all the different swim techniques. I
Yes.
think Hopper and Joyce got the best ending, if I'm being honest.
That was a sweet ending. That was a sweet ending.
And I'm
I
happy
did
they
I
did
did like
that.
that.
I'm happy they did that. I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care if it's sappy. I liked it. I
that's what
loved
I want.
I loved everything about this ending. People are gonna hate no matter what. I love the ending. I loved everything about it. I'm happy that they were happy. Max and Lucas, even Dustin got a good. Honestly, I think
Dustin
everybody.
got a good, everyone got a good ending except Mike.
Well, Steve got kind of a shitty ending though too, right? He didn't get the girl. Mike and Steve didn't get the girl, if we're being honest, right?
No, but Steve, I mean, he's happy. He's a teacher. He's a
He
PE
did.
teacher. He's teaching
Those who can't do teach.
exactly. Well, no, you shouldn't say that. We just why did I say exactly? No, we love the teachers here on this pod.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh
I
but
I do want to talk. We only had
I
about 3 minutes there.
I like Steve's ending. I liked all their endings. I thought it was cute that he was like
No,
all
I
getting
do
all
too.
choked up.
I was happy with the
Love
entire thing.
Steve.
I do want to quickly jump into before we run out of time here. The music, perfect, perfect. When Doves Cry, perfect. Purple
Purple
Rain,
Rain,
oh my
perfect.
God. I got even now just talking about. I'm getting a little bit. I'm lame. I'm getting goosebumps. Perfect. And the ending with David Bowie, because I don't know if you know this, you maybe didn't
Oh,
know this. They
yes.
used the Peter Gabriel version of Heroes multiple times earlier in the series, but to do the actual David Bowie version of Heroes, oh my God, perfect. I've listened to that song about
Yes.
20 times in the past week.
That song is
I'm
so good.
oh, it's amazing,
So
and
good.
it's so I guess pointless, but the way they did the ending with the credits rolling and they gave everybody kind of their fair share.
Yes.
Even that little thing, I thought that was awesome too. Honestly, from a fan, it was cool to see. Hey, here's this character. You forgot. Everybody got their own little, I
A
call it 15
drawing
seconds.
like
Yeah,
Dungeons and Dragons type of
I love that. With that song, with the way they did it, with them showing the characters, it's perfect. Perfect. I hesitate to use the word perfect, but it was those choices
and it was
of.
also quintessential 80s, which is the whole show was a love letter to that whole I don't know. I felt like it was just
Now it was perfect.
yes.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
couldn't have chosen a better song. Final question here before we run out of time, Jordan. And
Yes.
you already said this, but I'll just ask it. Is Elle still alive?
I believe
I
she
do
is still
too.
alive
My wife,
because it all makes that's a conspiracy theory. Not that there's a secret ninth episode. That's a conspiracy theory.
I've
I'm
seen
down
it
with
actually.
because it
I'll send it to
made
you later.
yeah, okay, thank you. It made it makes sense. I think it makes sense that she's still alive. It the pieces lined up for you to believe.
I agree. I think she is. My wife and son don't think so, but I do. And for those of you out there, I mean, I think honestly, I think they left it up to you on purpose, but I'm going to say she is. But anyway,
How else was she able to get off that? I mean, she would have had to have run through everybody, and she was on the anyway. Yes, she's alive. I believe.
I do too. I'm going to be lame. I don't care. I'm happy with it. All right.
Yep.
Anything you want to say before we wrap up here? Run out of time, Jordan? Anybody
Oh, there's
listening?
no sacred episode, and this is how it ended. So I'm sorry it didn't meet up to your brain expectations that you wrote yourself in your basement.
So the final verdict, everybody, before we sign off, Jordan loved it. I loved it. If you didn't love it, that's fine, but you
It's
probably
not
are just
fine.
an unhappy person. So we're gonna go. We just want to say thanks to everybody again for listening. We appreciate everybody posting comments, things like that. So yeah, we'll keep doing it. We'll see you
Well,
guys next week. Bye, everybody.